What's happening, it's your girl Estelle, and you are in tune to Groundbreaking Video Productions. Hi.
Make my pussy say. Make my pussy say. Yeah, make my pussy say.
What's happening, this is Estelle, and you are in tune to Groundbreaking TV. My new record, Make Us Say, is out now on iTunes. It's the first single off of my new record, or the first record of my new album coming out later this year, called True Romance. The album is coming off of the heels of a very sad, emotional past 3 years. I had a record out called Thank You. And when you have a record that emotional, that heavy, you really want something that's a real life depiction of what's next. I've never seen an artist do that, especially in my genre, R&B, hip hop, soul. So for me, it was like about writing a real record of something that reflected on what I was going through acutely versus just generally. I wouldn't categorize this new single, Make Us Say, as anything other than real life music. I literally went through it again. I had to go back out and be a real human being and figure out what I liked men-wise, what I liked shoe-wise, what I liked hair-wise. After being in a relationship that was kind of such an investment of my energy and emotion and time, it was like, okay, well, now what? And one of the first things I did was go back out and rediscover myself sexually. I was like, well, I'm very faithful as a woman, as a partner, so I stayed in it, and I was very about him, and I had, to the exclusion of every other guy that was remotely talking to me at the time. So it was an expedition. It was what's the word? It was an experience. It's a single cover with the legs up. Yeah. Again, this album, this whole feel is art to me. It's about creating something that people react to and that they feel. People have looked at it and been like, why is there a cat in your vagina? I'm like, first of all, who said it's my vagina? Second of all, good, have that reaction. See something out of the norm. See something other than an airbrush photo of me with my hair flowing. This isn't about me and my hair flowing. It's about fucking. This is about having sex. That's what the picture depicts. Legs up, get it cracking. When Make Us Say, like I said, I'm living that life. I'm not here pretending to walk around in a petticoat and flats and act like I'm not a sexual being. I'm not a woman. I'm 34. If I'm not having sex at this point, my mom said that to me, actually. I told her, I had to give her the heads up, like, Samar, look, I have this record where I'm talking about having sex. And she was like, well, you're 34. If you're not having sex by now, I'm worried. And it's real life. I don't understand why we're so, I think it's hypocritical. Because in one hand, we're saying it's okay for kids to be out there arriving on the floor naked in like a Shakira video, but it's not okay for Jay-Z and Beyonce to do it. Shakira's married with kids too. What's the difference to me? We're all naked. We're all humans. We all have bodies. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand that. It's confusing. I am into good sex. I'm a very, I'm a handful in life. So I like a guy that is, I like a guy that takes charge. I'm not here for a guy that's kind of like, well, you got to lead, or you got to kind of, initiate sex. No, look, I do that all day in my work life. If I got to come home and be like, okay, babe, so look, here's how I want to be tied up. Like, what? I need him to damn near be telepathic, figure it out, and get it cracking. Sorry, guys. I would say to the naysayers, you seem a little new. I did Freak. Where were you then? I had a record out called Freak. I've had records out that talk about sex in a way more explicit way, more to me in a similar explicit way than Make Us Say. This is new. This isn't new, I should say. This is par for the course. So catch up. Come to a show. You really love me then. This new album, compared to the other albums, is just real life. I try to keep it consistent in that space because I'm not good at, re-singing or rewriting or redoing what everybody else says I should do. So I try and keep it real consistent as far as let me just write what I know, and in that space it's the same. In this capacity, it's even more fearless, even more I don't care. I'm going to literally write situations as they are and as they happen. It works great for me on the last record. I didn't have a single, what's the word? I never had a single dead record I couldn't perform. I didn't want to perform off the last album because I remember going through every single one of those records acutely. So to me, it's another extension of real life. I didn't want to make an album that was a collaboration album. I wanted to make something that was me, you know, and if I make something, if I have anybody on the record, it's because they're enhancing it. I always stick to that. I don't put people on records just to put them on records, you know. I've done enough high-profile features, you know, we're good. I'm an artist that wakes up in the morning and wants to do a doo-wop record, and then wants to do an R&B record, then wants to do a dance record, just because I can, you know. So to me, it was like about finding the common core in the music, and none of the records are light. None of the records are just kind of cool, floating along on on the CD. We wanted everything to be impactful. So every single one of the records is a real life, first of all, real life depiction. Second of all, it feels a certain way. It thumps. In the words of my people at home, it thumps. It, you know, you feel it in your heart. You know, so that's what you can expect. Some good ass realistic music. Chris Robinson's family, his whole team, we know each other. We've worked together for like 2 or 3 videos already. He's family just from where he's from. You know, he's family with a lot of my team. They're from the same place, and he just gets it and understands it. He's traveled a lot. He knows what is expected of me in the UK. He knows what's expected of me out here, and he sees me growing as a human being and embraces that. You know, like I think Break My Heart was one of our first videos, or one of our newer videos that we did. And he, you know, the person I was then to the person I am now, he had no qualms telling me, okay, so you're going to wear that fishnet. So, you know, where in Break My Heart, he'd have been like, so look, you have to wear this. You have to do this. You know, he had to damn near talk me into the swimsuit in Break My Heart. This time around, I was like, oh yeah, come on, let's what? As long as my parts are covered up, we good to go, you know. And he was like, well, all right, she grew up, you know. He understands, and he's an artist in that way too. He doesn't push you, he just embraces who you are at the moment. I said to him, I want something real and something that you can go back and watch over and over again. I don't want a video that's just a standard R&B record. I don't want a version of who everyone thinks I should be. I want it to be exactly who I am, you know. And I appeal to all different races, all different kinds of people. Why would I not give them shine in the video? Why would I not let them, you know, be out there, like, you know, and experience what I'm doing, experience my music. And I wanted something that, like I said, you would watch more than once, you know. Like, I wanted a piece of art. Everything I'm doing with this record has to be arresting, has to be thought-provoking, has to make you feel a certain way, you know. Feel some type of way, to call Rich Homie. It has to make you feel some type of way, good, bad, I don't care, just feel some type of way, you know. Because that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm feeling right now. Make sure you pick up the single Make Her Say on iTunes, and the videos on iTunes as well. It's the beginning of the entire 4-part theme series of True Romance, the album, which comes out later this year in September. You won't regret it. You'll love it. You'll see it. You'll understand it. And you'll relate to it. What's happening? It's your girl, Estelle. We have another one for Groundbreaking Video TV Productions. Make sure you stay here. Check it out. And we'll see you soon. Mwah!